I'm sorry to everyone who still wants me to fall, but hold up, you know what? I ain't sorry at all. So I hope that it was worth it when you searching and you find what glitters ain't gold. And I knew I wasn't perfect, but I know that I made it all on my own.
This is probably one of the hardest things I'm ever going to have to explain to anyone, and I don't expect everyone to understand. You can't. I mean, unless you've been through some of the things, you can't understand. And that's my point. If you don't know what someone's been through, you can't understand where they're coming from. The best thing you can do is just listen when someone needs someone to talk to. Or anyone that truly knows me probably has a pretty good idea what I'm going to do with that. Don't try giving someone an answer that would work for you, because each and every person is individually different. I know I can't change the world, you don't have to tell me, but maybe I can help change the way people think around me and make people stop being so judgmental. And I really hope everyone understands where I'm coming from. And I really want my message heard, because there's a lot of people that suffer from the things that go on in their head daily, but they don't show it. You would never expect this from me. If you ever seen any of my positive posts or anything I do or see me in person, well, guess what? I'm a hell of an actor. I can hide anything. There's a lot people don't know about me. Before I get started, I want people to know how big of a problem this is. You don't know what's going through someone's head, or how they really feel, or how they feel about themselves, or how it affects them when other people are saying things towards them when you don't know what they've been through or the road they walk down. It's still not easy. If you think that's the case, that's a joke, but there's no future in your past. I don't put that out there. I don't put anything in my past out there. People only see what's in front of them. People see me, and you know what makes me the worst? Is when I recently started making posts that I was willing to help people stuck out of a ditch or whatever they needed assistance with. That's always been me. I wasn't looking for gratification. And then I got people complimenting, saying, oh, you're a saint, you're this, you're that. No, I'm not any of those things. I am me. If you were to go run a background check on me, go for it. I'll wait. My name's Michael James Muscatello IV. I live in Oakland County. There's only one of me. My record would shock you. But you would never know that by looking at me if you actually know me. There's a lot of people like that you'd never know, that get looked past and judged. I've been judged. I've also judged. I know what it feels like on both ends, and it's not a good feeling. I've hurt and I've been hurt. That doesn't feel good. I've been a lot of things. I've been to a lot of dark places. Some things I couldn't even tell you because you never even believe me. There's some things that I've been through that you just can't make up. Growing up, my whole family, a lot of them, not all of them, told me I would never amount to anything. Well, guess what? I did. I'm saying that because I've been through a struggle and I came from nothing, and I did that on my own. And you can too. Some of the things that I reached for, I got them. I made myself living proof that you can really have anything you want to. If you're not happy while you're reaching for those things, don't think those things are going to make you happy when you reach for them. I mean, you might feel accomplished from reaching a goal, which I did every time. Then I started taking everything I ever reached for granted. The list would go on. I'm sure some people seen some of the things I have, and I'll show you at the end. What I know now is none of that means anything to me, because it's almost as if I lost sight on what was important. I met a lot of good people on the time of my life, and all the people that I met, the one thing that they had in common, the ones that were there for me in my darkest moments, they all came from broken homes too. No one's perfect. I don't portray myself to be perfect by any means. Do you know why I want to be the difference? Because I've been in situations like that. I've been in dark places. I've been so hungry before and so broke that I've shed tears because I couldn't eat. Like, no joke. I know what it's like to be on the streets, but I put myself there. That was self-inflicted. The things that I have no control over that made me suffer were things that a lot of people may not know about me. Like, for instance, when I reached the goal of buying a supercar for the first time, I felt like I was on top of the world. Who wouldn't want a supercar? For God knows what reason. It was something that I thought I wanted. I had people congratulate me, and the same people that congratulated me went and said horrible things about me after. I got that goal. I reached it. Cool. And then people would say the things like, oh, it must be nice to have mommy and daddy's money. And I'm thinking, are you serious? It's just like, you can't win, can you? You really cannot win. Oh, did your daddy buy it for you? Those are hurtful things. I tried not to let them get to me. But you know why they were hurtful? Because I don't have a mother or father at all. And people want to say those things, they don't know that. I lost my dad at 18 months old in a tornado accident. He died saving me and my mother's life. At 18 years old, that's when I lost my mother. That's when my life went to shit. I went through some dark years at those times, but you'd never even know that by looking at me. I don't break because I don't let people know what I don't want them to know. I don't care. I'll put that out there. Look at my Facebook. You'd never even know I suffer. Mike Muscatello. I look just like this. It's insane. That's the kind of world we live in today. People see what's in front of them. Just like by doing nice things and judging. People see the nice things and they think, oh, I'm a saint. I see people post things with someone that did something wrong. Well, I'm that same person. I did something wrong too before. I'm just like anybody else. I'm a human being. I have the same 24 hours in a day as anyone else. People want to know why I help people or why I aim to, because I know what it's like to be on the other side. I mean, most people would really never know that I've ever been to jail. Someone told me that today when I told them that. They were shocked. Well, guess what? Hate to break it to you, I am no saint. I am me. And all of those things shape me. I wouldn't take anything back that I've ever done. Not one. I've learned a lot from the people around me too. I have a really good friend that had the same job as me at one point. We made the same amount of money. I worked and reached for goals that I didn't think were possible. By the time I was 26 years old, I was a homeowner. I never would have thought in a million years I would have reached a goal like that. That's insane to me, especially from where I came from. But my buddy, I asked him, why don't you want more out of life? Why? But then I asked myself, are those sacrifices really worth it? Where when your good friends that were there for you in the darkest times call you because they need someone to talk to or they need something you are capable of doing, and you ignore them or you don't answer because you're too busy working on what you think's important? That's not what I wanted ever. My message was to try to show the same people that I slept on floors for 8 years of my life, bouncing around, not knowing if I was going to eat, that we all struggled together to know that anything is possible. Another message is, don't forget where you came from. That's probably one of the most important things I could ever say. Some of my friends will never understand what I'm talking about. The other ones, the ones from the broken homes, the ones with the kind hearts, the ones that get judged and looked past, I know you know what I'm talking about. And this is mainly for you guys that do get judged. Everything I've ever worked for, everything I've struggled for, and everything I made a sacrifice for, none of that means a damn thing to me. There's a time coming home from up north. Two of my buddies, really good friends, hearts made of gold. They would do anything for anyone, and they get hated on for trying. Hell, I still get hated on for trying. On our way home from up north, we slept in my truck so I was too tired to drive. The battery was dead when I woke up. We're sweating bullets. I had jumper cables. We asked for a jump. Every person. Not one person said yes. Not one person could take 2 seconds out of their life to jump my vehicle. They were all that busy. Why? Because they look like criminals? You know what the crazy thing is? Those two that had tattoos have never even been to jail. Me? Nothing apparent that you can see. But what? Because I look different? They wouldn't think that? But they'd never been to jail, but I've been to jail more times than they could think of. I'm not proud of that, but I wouldn't take that back either because I learned how I want to live my life and how I don't. That made me. Like I said, some people will never understand things. And if you're going to try to give advice to someone when you've never had the pain in your eyes or never had to endure some of these things, the best thing you can do is shut the hell up and just listen. Sometimes people just need someone to talk to and listen and know that someone's there. Sometimes that's all someone ever needs. Sometimes that can be the difference. These past few weeks while I was helping people, a girl asked me for help. I made a post on Facebook saying, if anybody, that means anybody, I don't care if it's someone that did me wrong, if anybody needed help and they were stranded on the side of the road, I would be there. The best I could to reach every single person that asked me, and that I did. Then, multiple people messaged me and said, really? You helped this person? Oh, you helped that person, lol? Or ha ha ha, you helped that person? And I was thinking to myself, is this real life? Is this freaking real life? Like now I'm getting made fun of for helping people? That's just freaking insane. So, I still went out there, because when I said anybody, I meant anybody. And I'm glad I did, because I got a new friend out of it. And after meeting her, you know what? She was ruthless. She was loud, obnoxious, had no filter. I'll tell you what, that was the first time in a very long time that someone made me laugh hysterically and put a smile on my face. No one would know that either. When I was a child, with everything I've been through, everyone asked me, what do you want to do when you get older? I would look up and say I wanted to be a fireman, because they made a difference in my family's life. Well, one day, I never thought I would have anything, and I got the opportunity to make an attempt at that. I got hired on Highlands Fire Department. I warned them about my background check, and they told me, no worries, we've seen some bad things, you're probably alright. Well, probably wasn't the case in my situation. That got ripped out from underneath of me, and it destroyed my heart. As a grown-ass man, I shed tears. I dropped to the ground and shed tears in front of the chief. Why? Because I would have done that for free. I didn't want to get paid. The background check made me probably look like a monster. That's not who I am. That's not who a lot of people are. I know a lot of people do wrong things, but they deserve a better shot at how they're looked at. Just because they have tattoos or just because they've done something wrong doesn't mean people can't change. I used to think I was living proof that anyone can have anything they want, which I am. I think my bigger message is anybody can change. Like, so many people get judged, and that hurts my heart. I had a really good friend that I was trying to help. I seen myself in him. People judge him daily. Everyone's like, why are you wasting your time on him? Why? Because I was there. I know what it feels like. And the last thing I'd ever want is someone to feel alone or feel empty or feel this big like I did at times in my life. That's the worst feeling ever. You know why I don't tell people my goals? Because half the people will laugh at them and make you want to quit and give up. When I make a post saying never give up, people laugh at that. Be the difference, they laugh at that. They think it's all a joke. You don't know what someone's been through. You don't know what's going on in someone's life. Some people are as good as me at masking it, others aren't. Some people aren't as mentally strong as me. Sometimes I don't know how I'm this mentally strong. I just know I met a lot of good people and they showed me a lot of good things. And those good people all came from broken homes, and they barely had anything to give but their heart. And when my family abandoned me for my own fault, why they did, they said your friends would never do anything for you. Your friends are never going to do anything for you. Well, guess what? It's those friends that put a roof over my head, that were kind enough to do things they didn't have to, but they did because they know what it's like. And I've struggled with them. I feel bad for not being there for some of them as much as I should be. All I can say is I'm sorry, and I hope you understand. I'm glad I found out who I really am at a younger age before it was too late. Like I said, some people aren't going to understand this, and I'm not mad at you for it. Everyone has a different life. No two people are the same. There's no future in your past, so don't live there. I wanted to send a clear message the best I could, because the world we live in today is sad. And the way people think of others and the way people get treated. I mean, there's so many issues. Even with men. I am a guy, but I see issues daily. I don't know if it was because I was raised by my mother. I know so many single mothers out there that struggle too because other guys go out there and they look at them as a one-night stand or someone to get with, not realizing that they have a kid or multiple kids, and that's not one heart you're getting involved with. It's more than one heart. You gotta be considerate to those things. You can affect a child more than you could even imagine. It's insane. I see broken homes still to this day. I don't understand it. I could have everything under the sun and still feel empty. Those things don't mean anything to me, but I still feel empty. I'd rather have a car from 1994 and nothing, and have, for instance, two beautiful little girls than be in the shoes I'm in now, that look up to me, that I could raise and show them a better way to live, show them not to judge, or how to be like half of anything that anyone is nowadays. It's insane. I've been through a lot of things, and I put that on the table because I want people to know that people can change. You can have whatever you want. You can do amazing things in life. Like I said, I've accomplished some things that people will never accomplish in their lifetime. And I'm not saying that to boast. I'm not saying that to make myself sound better. But you want to know what the crazy thing is about that with some of my accomplishments? I didn't even graduate high school. So I pushed harder than everyone. I kept pushing. You know what I do for a living? Whatever it takes. That's going to be my answer every time. Whatever it takes. Because where I came from, I strived to succeed. But what I didn't realize is I was succeeding the whole time. I now know what's important and what's not important. And I'm glad I found out now. When I asked my buddy, why don't you want more out of life that has the same job as me and makes the same amount? He said, because where I came from, I didn't have it good. And I'm doing better than I was then. And I'm happy with what I have. I never understood that. I thought everyone would want everything that life has to offer. I hear you loud and clear now. None of the things that I aimed for mattered at all. Success isn't having the best of everything. Success is how you feel about yourself and how you feel inside. We live in a world where you'll get judged for trying, you'll get judged for doing good, and you'll get judged for your wrongdoings. You're just going to be judged, period. That's the world we live in today. There's nothing we can do about it. There are some people that aren't mentally strong enough to deal with that, and I've lost a lot of good people that way. I know some people that committed suicide because they felt like they didn't feel like they could be alive anymore because of the world we live in. That kills me. I know a lot of people have no respect for the people that commit suicide. I wanted this also to be awareness that you don't know what's going through someone's mind. People don't know that I suffer daily because of how good I hide it. I don't want anyone to feel bad for me still. That's why I hide it. It's nothing I can't get through. So for my friends or anyone that truly knows me that was wondering what I was going to do with this, not a damn thing. Because I'll never give up. Ever. I'm still here now. I wanted the message to be clear to anyone else that's ever been through what I've been through. I know people have been through worse things. You know, maybe I've been through worse things than others. Maybe some people have been through worse things. It's not a reason to give up. I will never give up, and neither should you. Each and every person, individually, is different. You cannot compare your life to someone else's. Not mine, not the person next to you. The best thing you can do is try to understand. If you can't do that, then don't say anything at all and shut up. This is me. This is me for me. And if anyone's seen my posts, 2 weeks ago today, if you were to ask me what I would want if I won the Mega Millions, I would have started off with every Italian car you could think of, maybe a couple Italian bikes too. Those were the things I used to think were succeeding, having these materialistic things that don't mean anything. If you were to ask me today, I mean, if I could, I would probably buy a 40,000 square foot mansion. Yeah, that's right, a 40,000 square foot mansion. You know what I would do with it? I would take in every person that's in an abusive relationship, every person that's suffering, every person that doesn't think it's going to be okay, and I would take them in to show them if I can do it, anyone can. I have the same 24 hours as anyone else. By all means, I don't have all the money in the world. You know, I didn't make it that far, but I made it pretty damn far. I don't like seeing people suffer. I have too much empathy. And animals' lives matter too. It's crazy how that is. I help a couple people with animals, and people make fun of me for that too. Why would you do that, they say. Why? Because if it's important to someone else, it's important to me. That's how I was raised. The things I care about aren't things that other people care about. I understand that, and I don't expect people to understand that. No one's going to be the same. No one's going to have the same views. But for the ones that were looked at and mistreated and judged that do deserve a second shot at life, this is for you. I'm no one special, but I did the best I could, and that I did. I've achieved things I never would have thought I could. Like I said, I never would have believed in a million years I would have been a homeowner at age 26. I'm 32 years old now. I learned a lot about myself and achieved a lot. But one of the greatest things I learned is none of that matters. It really doesn't. There's nothing wrong with shooting for the stars and aiming for things like that. If you're gonna do that, make sure you are happy. Because if you're not gonna seek happiness when you find it. I did this video in black and white because I don't want people to see color. I want you to see me and hear me. You don't know how hard it is to even talk about stuff like this. It's not easy. As we speak, I'm in another place in my mind to even be able to talk about this. I don't expect anyone to understand, but for the sake of others that aren't mentally strong enough to deal with things like this, be careful what you say to someone and how you treat them. You don't know what's going on in someone's life or their head. You don't know how mentally stable someone is or unstable. You don't know the thoughts going through someone's head or what they've been through that pushed them to where they are today. Because one day someone could be here and you cared about them and you didn't see the signs, and then the next time you're reading on Facebook, rest in peace. And then you think, wow, I can't believe I said some of those things that I said to that person. I can't believe I was ever that way. And then you'll live with those words for the rest of your life. My message is this: before you judge someone, just know you don't know what they've been through that made them the way they are today. I want my message to be clear. And if you hear me loud and clear, don't like this, don't comment it, share it. Because there's a lot of people that suffer, that are emotionally abused, and that hurts worse. I'd rather someone take a bat to my face than try to bring me down. Things can hurt. Just because I don't care what people think doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. It's like I said, if I cared what people think, I wouldn't put this all on blast, and I would not tell you this, or half the things about me. I don't care if anyone thinks differently of me. If you do, then you weren't meant to be in my life. Simple as that. I mean, you could see someone today, and then tomorrow they could be gone, and you'll never see them again.
You could get high or you could get low.